Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm currently working my way through gold with the goal of reaching plat for the first time. I've been playing Siege for about 2 months now, and in my time playing ranked, I've been down to the depths of copper 3, and the highest point was about 2 or 3 points away from gold 1 so far. It's quite a jump in the ranks for a new player in my opinion, and today I wanted to share with you the core reason that I climbed up to gold and out from ELO hell, as it's called, given that it might actually help someone do the same as what I did. As you might have guessed, it's all about communication and how impactful simple calls really are compared to, let's say, a silent team. But also, how damaging bad calls can be too. When I first began playing Siege, I turned off in-game voice with a pretty solid excuse. I didn't want to hear other players call out where the enemy were, or get me to do tasks for them while I didn't necessarily understand the game, the maps, or understand what they wanted me to do. I was concerned that if someone said, for example, red stairs, I wouldn't know where that actually was and might fail to act on the information that they provided. And the result, after I muted all these games, was silent games every time I played. To demonstrate what playing without any comms is like, so that we might highlight the problems that it causes, I played 3 ranked games in around gold elo, which I didn't type or say anything in. So here's some moments from those games. In the first game, we had the standard experience. 0 call-outs or any interaction between the team of any kind. But maybe they still had voice chat on. Even if they didn't want to talk, they might still actually listen, you never know. As you can see in our first example though, I managed to kill a sledge who dropped the diffuser. That's huge for the defenders. If you can actually just go ahead and secure the diffuser, you can win the round in a really weird spot or a really strong way, instead of just holding point like normal. But I couldn't communicate this as part of the test, so I said nothing, and it didn't seem to matter specifically in this round because the team managed to win via kills. But in the very same game, a similar situation happened. I caught Hobana out alone on the top floor, and she also dropped the diffuser, and once again I couldn't tell my team to come help me hold it, and this time they all ended up dying. So alone I failed to secure the clutch, which might have turned out differently if someone had come to help me. Even if it was just one person who pulled off site, who came to hold this room with me, maybe we would have been able to win this round. In the next clip, however, I died to the 2 roamers that were upstairs, and one of them just so happened to be Cav. Normally, I would instantly warn the team that a Cav's upstairs to stay together to avoid the interrogations. But not knowing who the operators were or where they were, the result was Cav getting not 1, but 2 interrogations that round, and it was a horrific loss. Maybe we could have avoided that by me just warning the team where she was. In the second game of no communication, I had some examples of spotting versus calling out the target on voice. In this first example, I spot a Jaeger running around the kitchen, and since I'm not able to call this out because I'm not communicating, I'm forced to just spot him, which basically alerts him that we all know where he is. And if you compare that to me just saying he's over by the kitchen and bathroom, maybe we could have taken him out as a team quickly without him even knowing that we were coming. But instead, I basically ping him, warn him that we know where he is and that we're coming, and he just runs away from the area. Pinging can be really useful. Often it will cause that player to panic, and it will help your team see where the enemy actually is at that very moment. But that's only worth really doing in the last moments of the round or in some rare examples, when time dictates sort of a fast solution. It's more than often not worth more to simply say where that enemy is out loud instead of spotting them, so that you and your team actually know where they are, but the enemy has no idea that you do. And finally, in game 3 of no comms, we finally hear our first words from the team. Actual communication. And this, again, was all at gold 3 so far, and it's been complete silence. In our next clip, I'm in a really sticky situation. I'm surrounded in the teller's office, and they know that I'm in here. With my team just around the corner, they could easily come and pincer the enemies on the west side of the wall with me at the same time, but I can't ask for help here, or even let them know what's happening. Somehow I managed to get away with it. Call it gold 3, but here's the important part of this clip. Someone actually calls where the last enemy is during the round, and then continually informs us of where he is next. That makes it a really easy flank for me, and we secure the round.
He's at the bottom stairs. He's still in the room though. He's flashing. On ping. He's on the stairs.
Down to 15 seconds. 10 seconds left.
As you can see, there's moments where simply saying where the enemy is to your best ability can help warn the team of a roamer or know where to aim as they push onto a site. Or even, as we saw, secure a final kill by continuing to call out his new location each time he moves. Diffuser drops, cav warnings are obvious too, and they don't take any map knowledge or tons of experience to just say and be helpful to hear. To continue this little experiment, if you want to call it that, I played 3 more games of ranked at the same elo in which I communicated as effectively as I could, and the impact in the first game was obvious. With the first clip, I helped Fuse secure the main lobby and got him to fuse the objective where he kind of otherwise seemed a bit lost. I don't see anyone in this stairwell, Fuse.
Okay.
And bar's clear as well. They didn't fortify the drop down in bar. You could fuse it. I'll cover you while you fuse that if you want.
Secure the biohazard container.
Nice.
Good job.
I'm the best.
Later in the same game, I managed to hack the cameras as Dokkaebi. Using the vault cam setup on point, I'm able to really help the team with pings and calls and making the enemy panic, all because I'm actually talking and working with my team on voice. Check vault cams. Mark is Bandit. He's hiding right next to the garage entrance. I'm marking him a lot. I'm just going to keep pinging him for you. Close, right.
Resume securing the container once the threat is neutralized. Stop securing the container.
Low, very low.
Bandits behind the green,
Neutralize the threat.
green bins in the corner. Got him.
Standing.
Last one's over here. Got him.
Nice. Nice.
GG.
Well,
Successful.
you're the fucking master.
The callouts from me in this game are not actually high level or insanely specific in any way, really. I could have made the same callouts the first day I played the game, and they still would have been really helpful to the team at any elo. It encourages your team to play and work with you, and actually even start communicating themselves, which we saw earlier, which really helps. In the next game, I die doing a ridiculous run out that there's no way I was going to survive. Don't know what I was thinking. But I still helped the team by just making simple callouts about the location of the remaining enemies. IQ's on the balcony near you, Legion. Fuse is on the north stairwell. Last is Fuse on the north stairwell. He's pushing from north. Nice.
Friendly's victorious.
Later on in the same game, I managed to get 2 pretty lucky kills, especially the first one. But mainly, I call out who it was that I was killing when I was doing it, you know, so the team, they know that operator's dead. This can often be more important for calling out, hey, I killed the shield op, or I killed the hard breacher, for example, but it's always good to know who remains and who's dead when you're playing.
Reloading, cover me.
That was Habana.
Reloading.
That was Finka. Nice shot. What the fuck? Oh my god, no.
Okay, well.
And in our final game, it actually happened. I made some calls, asked some questions in the first couple of rounds, and got basic replies, and that's more than enough. But then it really came together.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Pushing from where? Pushing from where?
Full table. Yeah, they got Ying on. I think that was Jacko, but I'm not sure.
I had them rappelling near CCTV, that's southwest.
There's one guy on garage.
One guy stairwell with me.
Biohazard container.
I'm not sure. He's going for stairs. Garage. Jaeger, be careful. She's on stairs. Where? Nice.
Someone's destroying the barbed wire. Stairs, that's.
Intervene immediately.
What's stairs?
Stop the hostiles from securing the
Okay, there's one
container.
guy upstairs. Jericho, entering.
Jacko coming.
1 on 4 remaining.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Eliminated.
as you heard and saw, the team actually started to call locations and communicate and give warnings freely. And look how easy it was to win that round. Then as the game continued, we already knew that the team's listening and willing to work together, and I warned them of the location of a Chanka turret, which is really weird on the garage location, which they clean up by breaching exactly where it would ruin him really easily. Just be very careful. It's a difficult peek. Got him. Alright, last should be somewhere. Okay, okay. I'm gonna wait for you to get in a better position there, Havana. I don't want to peek on my own.
I can hear someone inside the area.
Down to one friendly.
Yeah, he's above.
Oh shit.
Resume securing the container once the threat is neutralized.
Oh, that was luck. I'm not gonna lie. It was just panic.
What the hell?
As you heard there, I also took the time to be patient and try to get my Habana to attack at the same time as me, so that we're not giving the enemy a sort of a 1v1, then a 1v1 best scenario situation. But it didn't quite work out that way. I got a ridiculously lucky instant headshot, not gonna lie, was luck. But that was it, you know? And then the team ended up being really positive and really happy with the win. And that was just a really straightforward, enjoyable match because, hey, I was talking, communicating, and the team was too. And as you can see, there's a clear impact of communication, even when we're talking about low-level calls. In some of these clips, I could have said, let's say, specific room calls, or even the specific part of that specific room call, and that would have been better. But maybe I didn't know the call out. Maybe my team doesn't know that call out. Maybe it's better that I just called where the enemy was, let's say on the north side of the B objective, and simply saying that was enough to help the team. And it takes no map knowledge, because you can see where B is. You can just look, and you can look at your compass and go, that's the north side, so that's it. That's all you needed to know. The more map knowledge you have, the easier the game becomes, right? And the better communication, because you know more and you can say more effectively. But even the basic stuff goes a long way, as you saw today. But before I wrap this up, I do want to address the horrible side of communications. And that's something you may have encountered yourself or may encounter in the future. The idea of over-communication and overly managing your team. It's a simple concept. Someone's talking too much. Maybe they're asking you to do too much or the team to do too much. Their calls might be vague or pointless. They might never shut up. And so when you're trying to listen for footsteps, they're just still talking. And it's a lot to cover in the vague term of over-communication, right? I just wanted to acknowledge it in this video, though. Calling, let's say, 2 at the top of the north stairs is simple, straightforward, helpful, and super easy. Calling, there's a couple guys at the top of the stairs near the spawn you guys are at, maybe one's heading down the stairs soon, I'm not 100%, is super vague, right? Say things you know as fact when they're relevant and everyone's happy. Spending 10 years to say the simple thing of 2 guys at the top of the north stairs, that's really bad, you know, and you could do that when someone's trying to clutch, and that would be very bad. Then there's the overly managing your team aspect. You can't play or aim for whoever you're trying to help. You can tell him where the enemy is, you could warn him that they're behind him, but you gotta let the dude that you're watching play the game. If you're trying to tell him how to aim, or maybe he should flash in a certain way, you might even be right, but maybe he doesn't understand that, and you end up confusing him. And while he's trying to work out what you're actually asking him to do, they just walk up and kill him. Now that guy's probably mad at you, maybe he mutes you, maybe he's toxic. You know, communication's great. You just got to be careful how much you actually say and, you know, what it is that you're actually trying to put across. It needs to be relevant, it needs to be important, and you need to be clear about what it is you're saying. When I started communicating, I saw better play from my team, a better atmosphere in the games where people actually did respond, and honestly, I just had more fun. In solo queue, your team isn't always going to work with you, obviously, and often they won't even say anything. But maybe they'll listen, and maybe you'll help someone have a better chance of winning that match or that round. And often, that's more than enough. Good luck in Siege, guys. Good luck getting those ranks. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video.